Hey, right now we are working on the popcorn field tracker field. This is the field behind our house, and actually got the kid. The kid's coming to ride with me. Hi. Did you climb over the gate?
Yeah. It looks a little wet.
It looks a little wet.
What?
It is a little bit wet, but it's the driest place we could find to go. So it's either do this or do nothing, and it's going to rain. So we're planting behind the house in what was a wheat field and a double crop bean field last year. You can see the rows of bean stalks there amongst the wheat stubble. And like I said, it is just a little bit wet, but this is about the driest place we could go, and it's quite a bit better than we would have guessed. This wheat stubble is great for holding on to moisture, so it has been doing that. You can see we got a little volunteer wheat, but it will not last very long once the sprayer comes out here. We're moving along. I'm getting about the population I want. My singulation is not great. The popcorn this year, the seed is very small, almost 3,200 seeds per pound. That is smaller than most soybeans that we see. And the seed plates in the planter don't care for it a whole lot, but we think it's doing good enough. Maybe there's some other seed plate options we could try out in the future, but this is pretty abnormal seed. Usually popcorn seed's not nearly this small, so we'll deal with it. I think it's going to be fine, and we'll just watch it and see how it comes up. And of course, we're going to be watching this field all year from today all the way through harvest and see how it goes. And it'll be easy to watch because it's the one right outside the house. So I'm out here on Sunday evening. We planted this field last Wednesday night, so popcorn's been in the ground a few days, but we were in the tractor for the other part of the video, so let's take a little closer look. You can see this was our wheat field last year. So there's a lot of straw out here. We no-till into the straw. We got about a 1/4 inch of rain last night, so it's a little damp out here. It was 60, almost 70 degrees today. It was 80 yesterday and 65 on Friday. So we've had some pretty good heat. Wednesday was a little slightly damp when we were out here, and then Thursday was a cold, wet day. So started getting some heat on Friday. I've dug a couple of these seeds up. Nothing really to see yet. They're just down there in the trench hanging out. They've swelled up a little bit. You can see we got some volunteer wheat growing, which that's no big deal. Sprayer will be here in a couple days. So sprayer will have Roundup, glyphosate in it, and Acuron. That's kind of our program on all of our corn, our GMO dent corn, our non-GMO waxy corn, and the popcorn, which is also non-GMO. No such thing as a GMO popcorn plant commercially at this time. So there's no BT traits or herbicide tolerant traits in the popcorn. But how do we spray Roundup on this? Well, Roundup's contact herbicide. So as long as this seed's not up, we're not going to kill it. So the Roundup is going to wipe out all this volunteer wheat very easily. The Acuron will work on all the other stuff out here. There's not really anything coming, but there will be as we keep warming up. We'll also have in that mix, probably have 5 gallon 28% liquid nitrogen, so we get about 15 pounds in out of that, and probably a little sulfur in that mix too. We don't have any liquid on our planter at this time. As we've gone to all no-till, maybe we will do that in the future, put a little liquid fertilizer on the planter and get some of the nitrogen on ahead that way in the same pass, and some of the micronutrients. I've been wanting to mess with zinc and boron a little more, and that's a little difficult to do, not on the planter, and get it close to the seed. Maybe we'll do that, see how it goes in the future, get some trials with that turned on and off and see what happens. And like I said, this field's here at the house, so we are right behind the house. This field will be really easy to check on, be nice to look at. This will be our second year living here with a crop. We had popcorn here 2 years ago while the house was being built, and first full year we lived here, we had beans last year, so now we get to look at popcorn again. should be fun. And on the other side of the house, I've got 2 rows of sweet corn. So that'll be fun to watch grow. And then maybe like here in July, we can take the boys out there and pick some and eat it when we cook out on the back porch. Take a little look at how the planter did here. So you can see the row cleaners cleared the straw, kind of piled it between the rows, and then come and deposited the seed in those bare spots. And here in a week or so, hopefully we'll have some shoots popping up here. We'll be back in this field for another video, and you actually see some popcorn coming out of the ground. That'd be pretty cool.